Welcome to Rufc TV. Today we're having a chat with Redlands United Technical Director Graham Fyfe. Fyfe, the club's just completed the gradings for the NPL, SAP and the top divisional sides. How did that process all go?
I'm kind of glad it's over because it's a bit of a process, but there was some really great stuff from it. The coaches at the club all came together and worked really hard with the trials, so I had a lot of people helping, which was great. A lot of feedback from last year, which was even better. So that in that sense, for the club to come together and all the coaches to help with the trials was fantastic. Standard wise, I've got to say, Ray, that from when I first came here, it was pretty easy to pick the top teams, and then with the teams below that, so like I think it was RSJPL at the time, it was quite easy to pick, and then the divisional teams you were sort of flipping a coin to see what team people would go in. But this year, man, there was heaps of quality. The NPL, there must have been 6 or 7 boys that we couldn't pick that we could have. They are at NPL standard, but just, you know, we're only allowed a certain amount of numbers. And then when it came to the top divisional team, it was the same thing. So we had a lot of players in that programme who could easily play in the Division 1 or SYL or whatever it's going to be called. I never know over here. But we're going to have to put some of those boys into the teams lower down. But are they good enough? Yes, but it was just numbers again. So the quality's improved, which was great to see as a training side. But when you've got to trial them and pick them, it makes it a lot more difficult. But we want that at Redlands. We want these difficult jobs to pick kids. It means that everyone's improving. Coaches are getting better, players are getting better. The SAP group was, every group had about 30 to 40 kids in each group trialling for 12 positions roughly. Which was really difficult, especially the under 9s. That group was absolutely fantastic. I actually, excuse me, I actually tried to get 2 under 9 SAP teams because the quality was that good. So we've let 9, 10, 11 of those players that never quite made the SAP, we've had to obviously put them into the Komodo programme next year, which will still be cool. We'll still run the same programme or very similar programme to the SAP. The coaches will have the same curriculum, same cycles as what the SAP will have. But yeah, so the quality rate was great from under 9s all the way through to under 20s. That we done it with the NPL. It was a difficult job as a technical director and all the coaches picking the spots, but that's testament to the coaches and the players getting better.
Okay, great. Have all the coaches been appointed for these teams at this stage? Yeah,
so we've actually, for the first time in a long time, we've got all the coaches filled. Apart from our under 16 SYL team. So Peter Thorne ran that group last year and done a great job, and he's actually been promoted to the NPL as a coach. So really looking forward to working with Peter more, and he's really excited. But we do have a spot left in the under 16 SYL, so we're actively looking at the moment for a quality qualified coach in that age. But yeah, under 9s, we've got Kurt. 10s, we've got a guy called Chris. 11s, Andy and Mal. 12s, we've got Andy Elliott. So the SAP's covered with quality people and coaches. In the NPL programme, Stu Popplewell's doing the 13s, John Blanco 14s, Peter Thorne 15s, Peter Merrifield and Mossy are doing the 16s again, which is great. And then with the divisional, all the Division 1 teams, they're sorted as well. We've got some really good coaches, and Brett Godden, Tony Eagleton, they're going to coach there. Off the top of my head, there's maybe a couple of Div 1 coaches. 14s we're still speaking to. 15s, I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I think there's a couple still to get. But we're pretty much there. We're pretty much just waiting on a few people seeing if they want to continue to coach next year. But yeah, it's looking good, mate. Really good.
Okay, now what's the process for the other divisional teams?
So next year we've got a sign-on day on Saturday the 27th of January. So depending on the numbers, which hopefully we get lots, we'll then go into another grading system where we'll look at the numbers, we'll bring them in. From the lower divisional teams, I would love to see players playing with their friends. So if they can get a group of friends together and we can put them in the same team, great. When we trial in that age group or those divisions, we'll just trial them the same as everyone else. If it's a fair trial, they'll come in, they'll do it, and we'll pick whether it's a Div 2, Div 3, Div 5, and we'll just put them into the teams as fits. But so, yeah, I'd really encourage players to play with their friends, because I think they do play better.
So that grading process will probably start early February.
Yeah.
We have the sign-ons finalised.
Yeah, so we'll go, normally we'll get into it the second week when the schools go back. So yeah, early February will be around then. The first week when schools go back is a bit crazy, I think, for everyone, parents included. So I think if we stay away from that week and go into the week after or after that.
All right, great. Thanks, Graham.
Cheers, Ray.